Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of how to better understand your insurance policies with your Allstate agent here, Mark Dixon. Now, it's May. Happy May the 4th to you Star Wars nerds like me. May the 4th be with you. But today, I wanted to actually talk a little bit about hurricane insurance because the end of May marks the start of hurricane season here in Hawaii, which runs all the way through the end of November. So, this series is supposed to be about how to better understand your existing insurance policies. But one way to understand it and what it covers is also to understand what it does not cover. And so that's what we'll be going through today. So your standard homeowners policy, your standard condo owners policy, your standard renters insurance policy, all have an exclusion for hurricane, meaning they do not cover hurricane. So that is common with all carriers in Hawaii. It's not just an Allstate thing. If you've got State Farm, same thing. Your standard homeowners policy does not cover hurricane. If you've got Farmers, if you've got First Insurance, all of those require either a separate policy or an endorsement onto your policy to add coverage for hurricanes. So with hurricane season starting up in May, a couple things to point out here. The first thing is that, check your policy. See if you've got that endorsement added on, or see if you have a separate hurricane insurance policy. Now again, if you got your insurance because your mortgage broker or your loan officer told you needed a certain type of insurance, they may not have made it mandatory to get a hurricane insurance policy. This is most common if you own a condo or a townhouse. However, you may not have coverage for your personal property or some of the other coverages that hurricanes insurance provides. Now, judging by the winds and a little bit of rain that is falling when I'm trying to shoot this video, it's kind of like we're here already in hurricane season. So check and make sure that you have coverage. And if you don't know, give our office a call if you're insured with us, or if you're not insured with us, give your agent's office a call. Just make sure, hey, do I have hurricane insurance? The second thing is, if you do have it, make sure that you review your policy. A lot of hurricane insurances are a la carte, so they're built differently from your standard property policies. In your standard property policies, coverage is all auto-fill. You get certain amount of coverage based on percentages of your main dwelling protection coverage for homeowners. However, for hurricane insurance, you pick and choose the coverages that you want. So you may have a policy where only your house is covered, meaning that all of your contents in your personal property are not covered. You also may not have loss of use coverage or additional living expense coverage. Now that is what's going to reimburse you if a hurricane makes your house uninhabitable and you have to go live elsewhere in a hotel. So check your coverages, make sure that you have everything that you need in the limits that you want. Your agent can help you run other numbers, come up with additional quotes for different coverages. So A, check and make sure you have coverage. B, review your coverages with your agent and make sure you have exactly what you think you have or want to have. Okay, another thing about hurricane insurance that you should know is there are several discounts available, and this is pretty much with whatever carrier you're with. And a lot of them have to do with these things that I've been waving around as I've been talking here. These are hurricane clips. So these go on your house, and you have some here. And basically they are meant to create a single to make your house one single joint piece instead of individual parts of construction. If your house is one solid piece, then the hurricane has a more difficult time in picking it up and destroying it. So if you live in a house built after 1994, 94 or newer here on Oahu, or 92 or newer on some of the other neighbor islands, then you already have these installed. Now, if you live in an older home like I do, you can have these installed, retro. You can retrofit these. So they come in all different shapes and sizes for different applications. You got some that look like this. You got some that look like this. And then you got the ones here that are more commonly installed that look like this. But anybody at your local hardware store, Home Depot, City Mill, they can help you out, try to figure out which ones you need. But you put these on, not only does it make your house one solid piece and make it less susceptible to hurricane damage, it'll also give you a great discount on your hurricane policy. So if you live in an older home like mine, single wall homes are they're more expensive for hurricane insurance because as witnessed on Kauai during Iva and Iniki. They don't stand up very well to strong hurricanes. So these will help keep your roof on, which will help keep your house intact. And that's what we're kind of looking for, by installing your hurricane clips. But again, give you a great discount. They have the ones that connect roof to wall, which is what these are. And they have other ones that connect wall to foundation. So kind of hold your house to the ground as well. So that's just a little bit about hurricane insurance with hurricane season looming. Again, the takeaways here, make sure you have coverage and it's not provided automatically. Make sure that you review your coverages with your agent. I'd hate for a hurricane to hit us this season and then you're standing there going, oh, I thought I had this coverage. I thought I understood this policy. Turns out I don't, and now I'm living in a tent in my front yard with what used to be my house, behind me. And then lastly, take some precautions. Go get your hurricane preparedness kit.